What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Y'all know what it is. We back. We working. Early morning grind in the lab. And I seen somebody ask, I believe it was in a boxing group on Facebook, could Undisputed be overrated? And I absolutely say no. Anytime, especially now, I think it holds more weight now to be undisputed than any other era. And I say it because of the politics with the belt and like, these promoters that have basically money connections to these belts, such as Golden Boy and Top Rank having that connection with the WBO. And, a lot of Al Heyman fighters had a connection with the WBC. And it's just so hard to really, beat every champion in your division because, one, alphabet belts don't rank other champions. So it has to be will from both sides, from one champion to another champion, to want to fight. Now, we know we in this era of boxing where most guys, rather avoid guys and rather just be the king of they weight, they sanction the belt body and don't want to be great. A lot of these guys make business decisions. And money is truly the root of all evil and destroys a lot of things that people don't really see. Money destroys relationships. It's been poor people that's been happy for their whole life. And they, somehow they come up on some money and, it destroys the relationship. People think the money is the key to happiness, but it really not. And boxing is no different. These guys rather just collecting $2-3 million than kind of compromise and show their value to be great. All right, you making $2-3 million with Al Heyman fighting, whoever. Then, you might have to make the same 2 or 3 million or just a little bit more, a little bit less to fight that guy for the championship belt because y'all both A-side. And they'd be like, no, I would rather just keep defending my championship belt and not testing the waters to be great. And a lot of guys don't want to be great in this era no more. And that's why I really commend guys like Terrence Crawford, who went for Undisputed, who could have went up to 147 a long time ago, but he sought out greatness and he sought out to be a champion. And that's why I really got a lot of respect for him. And it doesn't happen too often. And I think it's a little bit more special to be undisputed in the heavyweight division, like it was the last undisputed heavyweight champion, which was Lennox Lewis. It's a little bit more sweeter because the heavyweight is the pinnacle. It's the glamour division in boxing. It gets no more glamorous than the heavyweight division. The middleweight division is up there in the welterweight division. The reason the welterweight division is so glamorous is because it's the last division that lets you wear 8-ounce gloves before you have to go up to 10 ounces, I believe. And haven't had that welterweight undisputed lineal champion in quite some time as well. And I believe it's time for that. But it's a lot of boxing politics just in that division. It's a lot of boxing politics in every division. And then a guy, in some cases, maybe a guy do really want to go for undisputed, but he's being advised, we don't want to fight that guy. We ain't going to make that fight happen. It's too much of a risk. And I believe the white collars, the businessmen in boxing, because there's a lot of businessmen in boxing that ain't really entrenched in boxing and don't know how boxing works and ain't never competed in sports in their life. These are guys that have one athletic bone in their body. So they don't understand the pride and really the mentality and the drive to go out there and be great. They know the drive and the mentality to make money. And you make money by following the business plan and the blueprint, what they giving you to make, to maximize your earning potential. At the end of the day, you got a family to feed. So your earning potential, your money is come first because ain't no 401ks in the boxing unless you go out and get one yourself. Ain't no company match you. Ain't no health insurance. All that's coming out the fighter's pocket. So a lot of guys choose to make business decisions instead to go for greatness. And then when the guys do want to go for greatness, the advisor, manager, the promoter, advises them, no, this is what we're going to do. We're going to ride this ship, and we'll worry about that later on. But what they don't know is on any given Saturday night, you can lose to anybody in boxing. You might not be feeling right. You might be arguing with your girl. You might be a little bit sick. You might have family issues. You might have your side chick pregnant, whatever it may be. Everything is not going to be perfect. And a lot of people need to, really realize the boxing politics. It's not the boxers a lot of the times that refrain from wanting to be great. It's the people in their ear. It's the managers, the advisors, it's the promoters, it's their boys. You don't need to do that. You can make the same amount of money fighting this guy. A lot of guys don't want to take the chance to be undisputed. So, absolutely, it's not underrated. being undisputed. Overrated. If anything, it's underrated now. Because with all these boxing promoters in a division and these guys want to work together, for you to get all the belts in one division, I think is more appealing and it's more greater at this point with all these businessmen and 1,000 promoters and managers in people's ears. And I commend a guy like Terrence Crawford, the Mike Tyson, the Lennox Lewis, Jermaine Taylor, Vander Holyfield, Bernard Hopkins, Corey Spinks, I believe, got it. All these guys that's been able to do undisputed. No matter who's in the division, just on the boxing politics and will that you want to fight the best, the will that you want to compromise, the will that you want to seek out and go to other people's earth, continents. It shows a lot of heart, a lot of grit. It's underrated in my opinion today. We gone.